Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this from the New York Post. Well, what do you know? Minneapolis City Council alarmed by crime surge after defunding police. Did I do a surprise Pikachu face properly? Because quite frankly, we all saw that coming. I've warned you about it. People warned you guys about it. But
I'm gonna fucking defund the police. I swear this time it will fucking work.
And that's pretty much what they do. They act like that. I had a huge discussion with a former friend who insists that the police needs to be defunded. Even countless dozens and dozens and dozens of citations and evidence that this doesn't quite work. Evidence, proof that it doesn't work. And what does this idiot do? He still believes that defunding the police this time around it will work. Unlike it happened in Latin America and Africa or every single country who attempted the defunding of the police. Guess what? It doesn't work. I live in a shithole in which police gets defunded quite considerably and quite often. And what happens? Violence spikes. It's already quite bad it already is because of the low funding as usual, but they keep on cutting the funds even more so. And what happens? The violence, which was already pretty big, it goes up. And what happens? The police doesn't have the equipment, they don't have training, so more people die by police mishandling and other things. And even more so, they also want to strike down the laws in America because it doesn't exist here in Latin America, at least in the shithole I live in which protect the cops if a criminal shoots them or kills them or harms them in any way, in which it means that the criminal will then get a harsher penalty for doing that to a police officer than if you were to do on a normal civilian. But they do not realize that those laws are there to protect not only the police, but to also make the criminals suffer more for their actions. But no. Oh well, let's get back to the article because I'm already suffering from swamp ass. Minneapolis City Council members who just 2 months ago moved to eliminate the police department sounded the alarm during a Wednesday meeting about the surging crime seen by their constituents. Oh my god, I'm so shocked. Not even a tiny little bit, but shocked. I told you guys about it. You get what you fucking deserve. Council members pressed Police Chief Medaria Arradondo about the uptick in crimes that included daylight carjackings, robberies, assaults, shootings, and street racing. Residents are asking, where are the police? Said Council member Jamal Osman, noting that the constituents caused the Minneapolis Police Department to have gone unanswered. Well, you got what you wanted, didn't you? That's exactly what you wanted. You're getting what you wanted. This is the only public safety option that they have at the moment. MPD, they rely on MPD and they are saying they are nowhere to be seen. Council President Lisa Bender accused the police of intentionally not enforcing laws or making arrests. Well, their hands are tied. Because as you know, even the mayor tried to say, oh, don't arrest those people. Oh, don't arrest them. This is not new, Bender said, but it's very concerning in the current context. Arradondo, who has served the police chief since 2017, called her comments troubling to hear and pledged to address the issue with departmental supervisors. What do you want them to do with when they want to abolish this? Oh, well, congratulations, you got what you wanted. We need to make sure that our communities know we are going to be there. That we are going to be responsive, he said. We've taken an oath to do that, and the Minneapolis Police Department crime data shows a rise in assaults, robberies, and homicides, as well as property crimes and arson. According to Minnesota Public Radio, more people have been killed in the city in the first 9 months of 2020 than on those slain in last year. Oh, thank you for more noise. there's even more noise right now. I mean, why do this person needs to take a helicopter and go to that place they need to be? No, 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 no. They could have chosen another time. Like, do they realize how important I am and what type of sort of service I'm providing to you guys? This is monumental. I'm here to read the news and give you my shitty takes. Don't they realize this is an important service and they cannot interrupt me? Anyway, Arradondo said about 100 officers have left the department or have taken a leave of absence since the start of the year, which is more than double the typical number of officers who either stepped down from the department or are inactive that year, NPR reported. Congratulations! You got what you wanted! In July, the council took several steps toward dismantling the city's police department, including approving an amendment to remove 1 million from the police department and reallocate it towards health department to hire violence interrupters, who are intended to defuse potentially violent situations. The council had pledged earlier in the summer to dismantle the police department and replace it with a community-based system of public safety. The council began focusing on police reforms after George Floyd, which, according to the reports and other things, apparently he was high as fuck on fentanyl and he had a lethal dose, so he would have died regardless of the police action. And looking at it, the police seems to have done everything right, including not... I digress, that's beyond the scope of this video. Anyway, 46-year-old black man died after a white Minneapolis police officer knelt on his neck. Okay, that doesn't necessarily need anything to mention. Floyd's death, which was captured in a widely circulated bystander video, sparked protests, sometimes violent. Yes, 36 or so people have died as a result of this. That spread across the country. Officers were fired the day after Floyd's death. I don't think they should have. Derek Chauvin is charged with a second-degree murder, while the other 3 officers who were present have been charged with aiding and abetting. Why? Well, according to the evidence and the way they tried to milk this, there's a possibility that those officers will walk, even if it's shown to have been some sort of malpractice, not malpractice, that's for medics, some sort of things that they did wrong or anything like that. Well, what can they do, right? Well, anyway, I'm gonna call it short because I'm having a serious case of swamp acid right now. The heat is too much and I'm dying here, so thank you for watching, see you on my next video, good night.